Arguably, no film this year will have a better, more star-studded cast than Now You See Me. Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Isla Fisher, Woody Harrelson, and Mark Ruffalo, just to name a few. The star of the film is Jesse Eisenberg, and we are very pleased to have him join us here today on Studio 10. Jesse, good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me here.
Hey.
Or there.
Yes, here or there. Either way, thanks for being here or there. Now, you've worked with some great actors in your career, but as I mentioned, that cast of Now You See Me is just incredible. What did you take away from working with this great ensemble?
It's a really weird thing, like working with people who are so amazing, especially like my character in the movie is like the greatest magician in the world, so he has like the attitude of somebody who's really great. So I was working with these amazing actors like Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine, but my character is like very obnoxious to them because he thinks he's better than them. So it's this strange experience where when you're acting in the scene, you're very obnoxious and condescending, and then when you stop the scene, you're very polite and apologetic for acting that way. But it's like, you know, the best kind of training for an actor is to like work alongside people that are wonderful and very experienced.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. Every actor has their own different ways of preparing for roles. When you watch these guys, did you figure out, well, my style is a little bit different than Morgan Freeman's, or Morgan's different than Woody Harrelson? What did you learn from watching these guys?
Well, I've worked with Woody Harrelson before. We did a movie called Zombieland like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Zombieland was awesome. Loved it.
So I feel like I learned from him, like I'll tell you what, like he has a great sense of humor, and he also is like a great dramatic actor, and I see the way he like is able to do both, like bring his own sense of humor to a role without making it too silly. So like because I like improvisation and like, you know, bringing my sense of humor to a role too, but maybe I have a tendency sometimes to like push the comedy, you know, too much, so then you can't take it seriously. And he is like does like the perfect balance of like being dramatic in a scene, but also like bringing his own sense of humor to it.
Very interesting. Let's talk about the film. You mentioned you play a magician. Tell the folks who aren't familiar, what is Now You See Me all about?
So the movie is about like the greatest illusionists in the world pull off these incredible like bank heists with their magic. So in the first show in the movie, we are performing in Las Vegas, but we actually rob a bank in Paris, like live. And it seems like this impossible thing that could never happen, but then Morgan Freeman plays this magic debunker who tries to reveal the secrets of how he did this trick. So the audience gets to learn how he did this incredible thing. And the FBI is trying to track us, like wondering how we stole all this money. So it's like a cat and mouse chase with the FBI and these magicians who are performing these incredible heists.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Now, you mentioned kind of debunking the myths. I always find it really intriguing and interesting to learn how a magic trick works, but it's also kind of disappointing because then the illusion is gone. You got a chance to be on both sides of this. Are you more disappointed or more kind of it's cool to figure out how this all works?
I love hearing how things are done. When I tried to perform magic to some people like on the set because I was practicing my tricks that I have to do in the movie, I saw like some people didn't want to know how magic was done. I was surprised. I thought everybody would want to know how something's done, but I think some people felt like, you know, it's like knowing about the tooth fairy or something. Like you want to like live in the mystery and feel like, you know, like something like that is possible, even if you think it's impossible.
Now, you work a lot. In addition to Now You See Me, you currently have 5 films in production. But I also read you're not on Facebook like your movie The Social Network. You don't actually see a lot of movies. So my question is, in the rare times you're not working, what do you like to do?
I ride a bicycle like all day. Not a stationary bicycle because that would be like a very boring experience scenically. But I ride like a bicycle outdoors. And I actually did ride through Mobile once. I don't remember why. We was filming in the South, and we went to Mobile and we like did a bike ride through it, and that's what I like to do. So like when I go to a new place, I like to bicycle around because you get to like learn the city kind of pretty quickly.
Well, that's awesome. Glad you had a chance to visit Mobile, our great city here, and this movie sounds fantastic as well. Can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yo, thanks a lot, Joe.